Yeah, welcome guys back to the channel. Yeah, welcome to the Football TV, and we're going to try to rush this to make the video a bit short. A lot has transpired in the transfer news. We had a report letter from Isak, but let's just clear you on what is going on. The Renato Veiga story, Arsenal transfer news, Luiz back in the Premier League, very good one. So that's a year we go for us. And then Manchester City story. Yes, a lot of Manchester City story, including Rodrigo, Akanji, Sabinho, and the rest of them. Then Tottenham story, Eze and Sabinho, of course. Then we go over to Chelsea. Yes, big news from Chelsea. The Nkunku deal edging closer. Chukwemeka statement from the club. Then very interesting, Renato Veiga. And we also go over to another story, yes, on the Liverpool players that have been included in the PFA awards and the best PFA player. Yes, of course. Then we go over to the bid that was rejected by Brentford. Yes, the bid that was brought by Newcastle, and Brentford rejected it. So we'll go over and talk about that one too. Then we also have some reports saying that Isak is back to Newcastle training ground to discuss something important too. So we'll also talk about that in the video. So stay tuned as we dive right into the video. Please, if you like the video, subscribe. A lot of unsubscribed football fans watch the video every day, but they've not subscribed. Please subscribe to the video. We need your support. We want you to be among this wonderful journey that we started, and we hope you will join us. We also need your comments here, section about what you think, because a lot of sagas in this transfer window, and I just want it to be over. I just want this transfer video to be over so we can focus fully on the games. All right, so let's dive right into the video. Yes, Leander then Donker have left Aston Villa on a free, yes, to Real Oviedo. So he's on a free now that he left. There was no money involved. I thought this guy's name was Leonardo before, so I've just learned that his name is Leander Dendonka. Yes, and if you know the player, he was a very good player. I wonder why Aston Villa let him go. So a bit of an Arsenal news. Yes, Kai Harvetz have injured himself. I told you, the way Arsenal plays, players are likely to get injured. He's not going to be the first, he's not going to be the last. So Kai Harvetz has injured himself in training, and he is expected to miss a huge chunk of games. So we'll see how that will progress. That has made Arsenal now decide to go back to the market. So you might see Arsenal again in the market. And therefore, that's also forced Arsenal to give Trossard a new contract. So Trossard have signed a new contract with Arsenal, and he's going to he has extended his contract, so he's going to start the club for longer. He's not going to be going, because we were thinking this guy is going to go and other replacements are going to come in, but it's not going to be the case. So that's what has transpired in Arsenal, and now they are going to go back to the market because Batra and Ateta has been discussing, and also the club, they are going to go back to the market to get at least one more signing. Then a year we go for Nottingham Forest. Yes, Douglas Luiz from Juventus have joined Nottingham Forest for total package of 32 million euros. Yes, so they also made Nottingham Forest also made a bid for Rico Lewis, yes, of Manchester City, and Manchester City say no. They made a bid of 25 million pounds for this player, and Manchester City said no, that is not for sale, and they went ahead to extend his contract. They say Pep is in love with this guy, and you can see why. The first game of the season he had an assist, very skillful right back. So they really need him at Man City. And then talking about Man City, they have received and they've agreed an offer of 50 million pounds in principle for Manuel Akanji, and this offer is coming from Galatasaray. They've agreed that for club-to-club agreement has been made. Just a little add-on discussion they are talking about. Then they have agreed the principal payment. So now it is now club to player. Yes, personal terms. They've not agreed personal terms. Akanji, Galatasaray went to the club first to agree terms with the club, and that has worked out. So they want to go and agree with the player. Now let's see what the player is going to say. So any moment from now, we'll be expecting to hear that. Remember, they brought in someone, Manchester City brought in a defender, Evan Ndika from Roma, if you can remember, 40 million euros. So they brought him in, and then I think they might want to let Akanji go since that money is big enough, and they can just sell some cheap players, add the money, and then get Rodrigo while still keeping Savinho. But let's see if Savinho, because Tottenham are very, very much interested in Savinho, and they are likely to get Savinho as soon as possible. Though Eze is a priority for them, after they sign Eze, they will go back and see how they can get Savinho in. Alright, then Rodrigo did not play any minutes. He has played only, I think, 15 minutes for Xabi Alonso's team. So Manchester, that's the top target for Manchester City. Manchester City are very, very interested in this player. So with the sale of Akanji, maybe they might just go for him, regardless of if Rodrigo comes in or not, since they have the funds now. So let's keep an eye on that one. It is very sad to see Rodrigo not playing for Real Madrid, but let's keep an eye. Now let's dive into the Chelsea news. Yes, we have Leipzig and Bayern Munich both want Christopher Nkunku on a loan, but Chelsea is saying no. Both clubs are discussing. The three clubs are in discussion on how to come to an agreement of this player. They want a permanent transfer. Same thing with Kani Chukwuemeka. Chelsea want permanent transfer. A lot of Bundesliga club, Italian club, and EPL clubs are interested in Kani Chukwuemeka. So Chelsea want permanent transfer. Nothing like loan or whatever. Yes, sorry about that. They only want a full transfer, no loan deals. All right, then going to Renato Veiga. Yes, Villareal are advancing in their talks to sign Renato Veiga from Chelsea, and a deal worth 20 million euros was rejected by Chelsea. So now Chelsea wants at least 30 million euros guaranteed. Yes, so they are going to come back again. They are in talks right now. Okay, already they are already Renato Veiga already agreed personal terms with Villareal. He wants to go to Spain, so he is likely to leave Chelsea, and the discussion is ongoing. So very soon we might hear a year we go to. All right, then. Reports saying that Isak is back in Newcastle training ground to demand a move. Yes, he wants to go and demand a move. So I don't know how trustworthy or truthful this report is, but it's a report nonetheless, and we are going to let you know about that. So he wants to move. He is demanding a move. Now, also very, very important, Brentford has rejected a £35 million bid from Newcastle for Luiz. The 35 million came with a £5 million add-on, so that they raised the bid to £40 million rejected for Luiz. So that is crazy, because if they keep rejecting this deal, that means they are doing to Newcastle what Newcastle is doing to Liverpool, rejecting a bid that's supposed to be accepted, because if the player is not even valued at that, that's more than his valuation, and that's why the player has refused to play for the club too, broken promises. He has deleted all Brentford's anything about Brentford in social media accounts. So the same thing. Isak has not deleted Newcastle stuff though, but Vista has gone fast to that length. So let's see how it's going to progress. Then finally, the Liverpool players. Yes, Liverpool is a very big club, my club respectfully, and I like to share with us the players that are included in the PFA Players Award. Yes, Gravenberch was there, Carpes was there, Salah was there, McAllister and Van Dijk, but Salah won the PFA Player of the Year. Yes, he won the award, so he's the best PFA Player of the Year. So that's all for today. Yes, thank you guys for joining. I'll see you in the next video. Thanks.